It is time to rise up, crown our champions, and go forth into the nether realm as we partake once again in mortal combat. Oh man, this is always a pain to wear because the nose part always digs into the bridge of my nose and it always hurts every single time I wear it. But that's the price I pay for doing stuff like that. And no, I did not get this today. I actually got this at a convention a couple years back, but came in handy for today's review. So, yeah. Just thought I'd get that out of the way. Of course, I'm Daniel Strunk. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions. And the room has changed, and I'm not leaned up against the bed. That's because I am actually away. I am actually not in my normal recording setup. I'm actually at a convention this weekend. But I am still going to be providing you guys some awesome movie reviews, as well as this weekend we have a pay-per-view to review as well. So first up on the docket is the big movie that is coming out this weekend. And that is Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. This is once again directed by Simon McQuoid. I probably butchered that. I apologize. Who directed that first movie. But he has a new writer on board, and that is Jeremy Slater. Most of the cast from that first movie is back. Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Ludi Lin, Mekhed Brooks, Louis Tan, Joe Talsman, or Talsim. I probably butchered that. I apologize. And Hiroyukisanada. But we also have some new names on the docket, which is Adeline Rudolph, Tati Gabriella, Martin Ford, as well as Karlurban as part of this cast. Earthrealm has lost 9 tournaments in the past, and we're on number 10. And if we lose, Shao Kahn will now rule over Earthrealm. So now Earth has to assemble its mighty champions to go forth into the tournament known as Mortal Kombat to try and save their realm. Who's going to walk out on top? So, for a bit of context, I actually really enjoyed that 2021 movie. I know some people were mixed on it when it first came out, but I really liked it, and I've not seen the first 2 Mortal Kombat movies that I think came out in the 90s. Mortal Kombat and then Annihilation. I haven't seen those. So this is like my first, like, kind of, I shouldn't say kind of, exposure to Mortal Kombat, because I have played the games. I've played 10, and I think a little bit of 11 I've played. But that is the only extent that I've played. I've not gone back and played like any of the older games and stuff like that. So my knowledge of the franchise is very surface level, but just like a little bit below surface level. Like, I know the characters, essentially. But that first movie was a lot of fun. Had a lot of really good fights in it. And I consider that to be... I know people wanted it to be about the tournament, but that first movie was very much like the exhibition matches that you would play in the game to kind of trial your characters to basically see which one is going to be your main, essentially. This movie right here is essentially the tournament. And it's the best of the best. And so you're not going to get, like, you know, a really deep, emotional story that goes through dips and valleys. You're not going to get that. You could potentially get, some really cool, like, character moments in this movie. Like, for instance, the movies, and this is not, it's kind of a spoiler, but, like, Johnny Cage and Katana are the main focus of this movie. And, you know, they have those story arcs that you could, you know, say, you know, that has peaks and valleys and, you know, has, you know, deep emotional resonance, but not really. What are you here to see? The fights and the gore. That's what Mortal Kombat is about. That's what the games are about. And did this movie succeed on that front? Absolutely, 100% it did. Now, that is not to disparage, you know, any of the people that are in this movie. I think they all did an amazing job. Everyone returning from the first movie did a really good job. Especially the standout from film 1, which was Kano, Josh Lawson. He's once again back at it again. And he was awesome in this movie. But everyone else was really, really good as well. Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade. She was also really good. Mechhead Brooks, I felt like, from the little exposures that I've gotten to Jax, I thought he did a really good job of portraying that character. Ludi Lin as Liu Kang, I thought was also really good as well. And even the additions of the new members in the cast. Adeline Rudolph, who is Katana, I thought she did a really good job. And her sister figure, played by Tati Gabriella, Jade, I thought she was also really good as well. But I think the guy that was probably the biggest standout for me, and I say biggest because he was a big dude, was Martin Ford, who played Shao Kahn. Dude looked like a freaking beast. And this is actually something that I have seen from the older movies. But you compare Shao Kahn from Annihilation to this Shao Kahn. Completely night and day. Just completely night and day. And this version, this take on Shao Kahn is actually menacing and scary. Whereas Annihilation's Shao Kahn was basically a comic book villain sprung forth off the pages onto the screen, essentially. The fight scenes in this are really, really good. I think my favorite one, and this is not a spoiler, actually there are two favorites of mine, and these are both not spoilers, because they were both shown in the trailer. Liu Kang and Kung Lao, that fight was really good. And then the fight in the Nether Realm that has Kano, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. That was also really good as well. But that's not to take away from any of the other fight scenes in the movie. They're all really good, but those two were the clear standout, in my opinion. And Simon McQuoid, again, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation of your last name, but he knows how to put together an action sequence, for sure. Like, go back and watch that first movie. That first movie had some really good action in it. Both of the Scorpion Sub-Zero fights, one at the beginning and one at the end, was really, really good. Cole Young Goro at the Young household, that was also really good as well. So like, he knows what he's doing in terms of action, and I have to appreciate that. The gore in this is also really, really good. Now, granted, it's going to be a lot of CG gore, but it still looks really, really good, and it looks like stuff that was taken straight out of the games. And I mention the gore because James Wan is actually a producer on this movie, and his production company, Atomic Monster, is a part of this film. And, kind of being the king of horror with, Saw, Insidious, Conjuring, and all that stuff under his belt, I've had to talk about the gore, not just because it's Mortal Kombat, because his name is also attached to this movie. But yeah, the gore in this was really, really good, especially one instance, I think in the midpoint of the film, which I'm not going to spoil. That was really, really good. Overall, man, I had a fun time watching this. Like, this is definitely better than the first movie, and it's just a lot more fun. It's just a lot of fun. Fight sequences are really good. The gore is really good. Everyone in the cast does a good job. Again, there are a couple of characters in this that have some really solid arcs that are going on, but again, you're not really there to partake in the story. You're there to watch the tournament and the fights happen. And I think in that element, they succeeded. So if you have the chance to go and see this movie, it is sub 2 hours, although if you go and watch this at an AMC, it's going to be over 2 hours because they give you 30 minutes worth of previews. But, that's just the nature of the beast. Definitely go and check this movie out because it is, like I said, a ball of fun. But those are just my thoughts on the movie. What did you guys think of the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. But I think that is going to be it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there, and are you ready to test your might? I'll catch you guys next time.